Stephanie.
Hey,
Hey, Brenda.
thanks
How you
everyone
doing?
for joining us today. Hi. We have, of course, Henry always here with us, and we have special guest Brenda today. We're going to be talking about winning at employee cybersecurity training, and we'll go through and walk through this real quick with you, and then we'll have some hours afterwards for y'all to ask any questions that you may have. So we'll go ahead and get started today, and I'll pass it over to Henry.
Thank you, Stephanie. And thank you all for coming and joining us today. Look, we want to make sure that you don't stop here in your education and your training. We have a ton of resources available on our website and on request. One is the Cybersecurity Essentials Guide. We've got some phenomenally powerful steps to start with your personal security, and then your company security, and then where to learn more, all right there. And then we just finished publishing our first book in December, and you can get a hold of your copy of that there, no charge. If you mention this webinar, go to turnkeysol.com/cyber-security-book and request your copy there. That's a ton of resources about how to build your company's cybersecurity practice up. So, and we got more. So just stay tuned there. Look, we've got a very important subject that we want to talk about today, and why is it important is kind of summarized in two really simple numbers. We have learned from a ton of studies from Microsoft, IBM, McAfee, and just all the big security vendors. Verizon has a ton of reports, Red Canary, a lot of different companies run reports and scans and assessments and do big surveys of a ton of data. And what they all find is that somewhere like 9 out of 10 of the biggest breaches had some major part of the attack was through email. So 9 out of 10 of big cyber attacks either start or are kind of really carried across the finish line by some sort of phishing, fake email, something like that, business email compromise, something had to do with email. And from there, what we're finding nowadays, and this is a terrifying number, 287 days that it takes on average for the hackers to get kicked completely out of your system. Somewhere in the 6-month range on average for people to even find that the hackers are in there. So what we're seeing nowadays is that a massive amount of the successful hackers and the successful cyber attackers are staying in the computers for a long time, and they're observing and watching and kind of tracking your environment and your business and what you do. And it takes like 7 to 8 months to get them out of the systems from when they first attack. So these attacks are huge. They're painful, and they take forever to get rid of, and they almost all start with an email. Next slide for me, Stephanie, if you don't mind. And one of the more terrifying numbers that turns out from the IBM's survey of all the big breaches in 2022, big and small, I should clarify, is that on average in America, we're more than twice the financial impact of breaches across the world. In America, the breaches were something like $9.4 million on average for what they cost to the company. That's paying the lawyers, paying for incident response, paying the inspectors, paying the customers, loss of business. Just the cost of having a big nasty breach is just going through the roof, and it's really, really painful, especially painful here in America. All right, next slide. And why cybersecurity, to kind of bring it back full circle, why cybersecurity awareness training is such an important subject that we're going to talk about today is that the IBM study found that this is the number 5 most effective thing you can do to reduce the cost of a breach. All right, in their study, some of the things at the top of the list here are pretty expensive to turn around and really develop well, but good employee training, on average, what they found is it will save a company $247,000 and if they do have a breach. Okay, so if I could save you $250,000 by just doing a little training and having a good program in place to do that, it would be worth it. All right, let's move to the next slide. So that's what we're going to kind of focus on this is the breaches keep coming. They're more and more expensive every day. And a very, very cost effective solution that we can put into place is a really good cybersecurity awareness training program. Now, that said, I'm really excited about introducing you to Brenda Greenwood. Brenda's been with us for a long time. And she heads this program up here at Turnkey. There's really nobody better that I can talk to, that I can get you to talk to about cybersecurity awareness training, what works and what doesn't, than Brenda. And we've used, I don't know, Brenda, like 5-10 different vendors over the years to bring these products to bear, and we've worked with almost all of our customers on implementing some sort of cybersecurity awareness training program. If you don't have one, by the way, please call us afterwards. Let's get this going for you. But we've just learned a lot. Wouldn't you say, from doing it this many times and with this many vendors?
Absolutely. We learn what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
And the main thing we want is for your employees to have training that helps them recognize the nefarious emails that may come into their inbox. Because what they click and information that they may input is a risk to your business. So what we like to do is make it more fun. We've also found that the more fun videos that are put out there, the more the information is retained. Yeah. So when we do these, we do measure the data that we get back from them of what employees receive the emails, who open them, who clicks the link. So we want management at the companies to do it as well. And then we want to be able to present these reports to management on the data that their employees have.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is why we like to make a more entertaining type video available, because one size fits all training does not fit all. When you're just doing training to tick a box, that doesn't work either, because employees don't retain the information, and we never want to treat the employees like weaklings, because that's not how we treat our coworkers and friends. We want to learn and make the employees understand what they may receive in their inbox and what not to do.
Yeah. Get them involved, get them having fun, and then they'll be more likely to keep going with it, right?
Right.
And we have a little example for them too, Brenda.
Yeah, this is a little fun snippet of some of the training that's available.
Malware is a malicious software that's installed on your device without your approval. End of lesson. Ransomware is exactly what it sounds like. It's a ransom attack on your information or data. A criminal will hold your system hostage until you or your company pay some sort of ransom. So unless you're Liam Neeson, never pay off a ransomware attack.
That's
so this
good
is not
advice, right?
super technical, and that's courtesy of Hook Security, one of our favorite partners for that. But yeah, I love it. This is fun.
Right. And so once the employees receive that email and go through the training and some simulated phishing, that usually I craft those to kind of fit your business needs after we speak. This is an example of report that you may get. And as you can see, at the top bar, you see how many of the emails for training and simulations are delivered. It should be all your employees, how many opened them, if they clicked the link or not. And all this data is available for you, pretty easily to read, and with the graphs and the bar graphs, and everything's broken down so you can see who failed the test, who passed the test, opened it, or actually just ignored it, which is what we want them to do, just ignore it.
And over time, what you can build is a really good information base of who in your team may need some more training, or who in your team is just really not paying attention to the training and just would click on anything, right? Maybe those are spots where you need to have some human resources department involved.
Right. And in those cases, if you want to give those employees a little bit more training or a little bit more specialized training, we can generally make a group and just send those particular employees, another set of training to go through. And then you would receive the results on that. So sometimes that is helpful. And we've had to do that before. And it seems to work pretty well.
Yeah. So doing this well, Brenda, one of the things I love about what you do with our customers is you spend time with them monthly. Some people like to talk with you monthly, some of them quarterly, some of them different cycles to really kind of fine tune a curriculum. What's the difference of the training program you would put in place for like a law firm versus a healthcare practice? Does the cybersecurity training look different for those two different kind of customers?
Yeah, there are similarities and there are differences. We actually do have some PHI training that can be done for some of the healthcare facilities. Some of the ones that are strictly to identify phishing emails are going to look the same across the board because they all hit us the same way. But there's definitely specialized depending on your business. And I can give you a listing and talk about the different trainings that are available so that you can help choose what curriculum you'd like.
Right. And I think you've even done some really solid work with customizing the tests too, right? To make it so that if one company uses a particular software vendor or a particular cloud platform, you can create a very custom fake phishing email that looks like it's coming from that one company, right?
We have, yes, we have, especially with some new software that was being implemented and we were able to put the training out and just see exactly, how much the employees were paying attention to their in-house training on that, and it kind of followed up pretty perfectly, and it was quite eye-opening, I would say, so yeah, that absolutely is true.
Well, thank you, Brenda. Look, there's just so much that we could dig in on this, and we could spend hours and hours talking about it, or we can keep it simple. And I'd rather the latter. It is imperative that you, as the leader at your company, or wherever you are in your company, that you make sure that your company is benefiting from getting a very well crafted curriculum of fake tests and phishing tests, or and then a very well crafted curriculum of training. For let's move the education level of your company, every employee up, and that you spend time making wise human resources decisions based on that information that you're in short, that you're making use of this really powerful business intelligence that is cybersecurity awareness training when it's done well. So we just can't encourage that enough. Brenda, thank you so very much. If y'all want to talk more with Brenda or myself about our cybersecurity awareness training tips and what works and what doesn't, please let us know and reach out to us. Here's a couple different ways you can get a hold of us. ask@tcas.la, or visit us on our website, www.tcas.la, and hop on Facebook or social media, or find our blog, Twitter, Instagram, all those things. We do this more often, and we have a lot of other things out there for kind of raising your education level up on training, cybersecurity awareness, cybersecurity stuff, technology use, just whatever the subjects are that are relevant to our customers. We try to put something up there for them. So thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Stephanie. And please send us your questions.